Uncover the news. How are you, Kirsten? What have we got here? Queen will not receive the $160,000 allowance from the Parliament given to Prince Philip. Well, okay. Kremlin spokesperson Peskov says PMC Wagner has never existed and does not exist in the legal field. Okay. Right. Russia plans to build dozens of prisons, camps across the Ukraine over the next few years. Documents show, hinting Moscow's readying for a long war. Judge Beryl Howell orders Rudy Giuliani to pay an attorney fees to Georgia elections. To election workers Shay Moss and Ruby Freeman, and the threatens to hold him in contempt of court if he doesn't comply. Tucker Carlson is creating a new media company. Let's have a look at Tucker. I hope everyone's had a nice couple of weeks. I had a lovely visit with my family, which is why I wasn't on last week. Hunter Biden's lawyer tells Trump pass. Yep. Hi, Leslie King. Hi, Apple. Hi, 171 sign in. Yeah. What's going on with Putin? I have a second screen back. So, yeah. So that's really good. Cease and desist lawyer demands Donald Trump. Yeah, will Trump have a collapse soon? Well, we'll have a look at Trump's health. I'm not going to ask the question, will he collapse soon or anything, but we'll have a look at his health. Yeah, hi, J-Cat lady. I did. I have a lovely time. Hi, Eleanor. It was really, really nice. Caught up with my mum, all of my nieces and nephews who live up in North Queensland, including my great niece and my great great nieces, and my great great niece, and a new great niece as well. And got to catch up with both of my sisters. I caught up with my oldest sister up in Charter Towers, where Mum is. Myself and my second sister went up there overnight for a visit. Then I spent a few days with my second sister. We had a lovely time. And then on Thursday, I had a 12-hour stopover in Brisbane, and my brother came to pick me up, and we spent the day together, which was lovely because I haven't seen him in 6-7 years. So it was lovely. Just to spend those times with each of my siblings and stuff. And yeah. So I had a lovely, lovely trip, a really nice rest. Nice to get away from Perth. I would have loved it. Hubby could have come, but he couldn't. He needed to A, money and all that, and B, he was looking after the fur babies. But it was nice to take a break away. It gives yourself time to sort out a few things going on in your head, you know. And yeah, a bit of a change. Yeah. What else can we look at, guys? I haven't been super huge in listening to the news greatly. Recently, so put the news feed over here. It's great having Japanese space rocket agency exploded. I think that's the second time. They don't want to split Putin. Oh, Rand Paul. Back in the news, is he? A racist comment. Mm-hmm. Sports comment. Black athletes. Well, yeah. Hi, Crazy Cat Lady Farley. Hi, Shelby. I don't know if I look more rested or if I had a lovely breakaway. It was really, really nice. We didn't go camping. We were going to go camping, but we ended up just staying close. We drove up to see my great niece and her little daughter and stuff. We had quite a lot of fun. And my sister it's one of my most favourite places to be, at the back deck of her house overlooking the Ross River. It is just gorgeous. And it's just a wonderful place to sit and relax and recharge. Hi, Ron. Mm-hmm. So just having a look. The EU and the US assail Russia in a rare meeting in Southeast Asia. Oh, yeah, that's Blinken. So, yeah, lots of things going on. Hi, Kathy W. Hi, Sherry French. So I had, yes, a very, very lovely time. So is there any questions that anyone has in particular? I've got Tucker Carlson doing reading on him. We'll have a look at Putin and Trump, their health, not whether or not things are going to happen to them, but we'll look at their health in terms of, we'll look at Rand Paul. What's his future looking at? Lindsey Graham seems to be big on the reading list at the moment. So a lot of people have been doing readings on Lindsey Graham. So I think I might leave him for this week. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So we'll start off with that. And we'll go from there. So let's start with Tucker Carlson. Let's do a reading on him. And I have the Ask the Witch Tarot here, which is I recently acquired a couple of months ago. Hi, Charlene Dean. Nice to see you. Oh yeah, Judge Cannon. Yes. Will she delay? Who was it? Shari and all that. I was watching Shari Voices from the Swamp earlier, and they were looking at, will she declare a mistrial or something? So will she delay? the trial. Yeah. So let's have a look at Tucker Carlson. Carrie Lake has been ordered to pay $112,000 after a federal judge rejects her frivolous lawsuit trying to overturn the election. Yeah, that was always going to happen. So let's see. Tucker Carlson, Guide to the Highest Truth and Compassion. What can you tell me about Tucker Carlson and his future? Four of Cups. Now, he's very restless. He's not happy with the way things have turned out. Can you guys hear me okay? Very, very unhappy with the way things have worked out. He was offered a graceful way out, but I think he's rejected it. Hi, I'm Steve. We're looking at Tucker Carlson. And yeah, he's just like, he's used up a lot of his chances. And there's been a lifeline offered to him, but he's not interested. He wants to do things his way. Hence this media company he started and stuff. Hi, Amanda Carroll. Welcome. What are the challenges ahead for him? Wow. Okay. He's got the Seven of Swords ahead. And this is basically, he's not going to be able to get away with things. There are consequences he is going to have to face, because the challenge card is him getting away with stuff. He thinks by leaving Fox, he's gotten away scot-free. It's not the case. His words, his opinions, his grab for fame and fortune, it all has very, very harsh consequences. And his challenge is going to be avoiding those consequences. And I'm feeling he's not going to be able to. So getting away with the damage he has done, that is going to be his challenge. And what's the advice for Tucker Carlson? The Knight of Pentacles. Yeah. Lots and lots and lots of legal help is going to be required here, Tucker. You're going to get yourself a lawyer, because you see all these peacock feathers. Each one of them represents something you are going to be have to answer for, whether they're individual indictments or groups, or these things you're going to have to answer for legally. So get yourself a bloody good lawyer. What's at the base of this for Tucker Carlson? His disregard for the truth. I saw the minute I saw the red here, I saw blood. The damage he did to America, the losses he's caused because of his disregard for the truth. He went for the easy way to find fame and fortune and get a viewership base. He had the potential when he first left CNN to join Fox. He had the potential to be another Shep Shepherd, to be another voice saying, no, it is not like this at all. But he chose the easy way. Yeah. What's going to be the outcomes for him? The Hermit. So this is very much isolation, bitterness. Even though he's surrounded, you see the spirits here. He'll be surrounded by people, but they're like spirits. They're like not real ghosts, but it's going to be like haunted, isolated and haunted. And it's a really, really big lesson he's learning here. Amanda Carroll says, she just saw a very funny clip on Midas, where the congresswoman from California asking for an Advil after MTG speaks. Hi, Joseph. That's so funny. Yeah, so Tucker's in for some harsh lessons, and he's going to have his time is going to be taken up with trying to dodge legal consequences. Will he face legal consequences for his actions? Well, he is certainly very, very worried about it, because his actions absolutely amplified the anxiety and the stress and hurt a lot of people. And yeah, so he should himself be feeling pretty anxious. And the 9 of Cups, yeah, you know, this is another 9. He didn't care who he stepped on and who he hurt to get his fortune. I'm saying, will he face legal consequences? The 9 of Cups is also a yes, by the way. And the 3 of Wands, what you send out will come back to you. So, yeah, I think that's an overall a yes. He's going to face some legal consequences. Mm-hmm. Yes, it's very good to hear that you're safe, Ron. I heard there was some Amy, Warrior Princess. I saw there was a little clip from her yesterday or the day before, saying that they were getting tornado warnings and stuff. So, yeah. Hi, Teresa Balthasar. Mm-hmm. So Tucker Carlson, he's got big lessons coming to him. That Hermit was a major arcana. It is a time of big lessons, big life lessons, and big life consequences. 45's posts on Truth Central going to drive people away. Is it sinking in that he's nuts? Let's have a look. I don't read any of his posts on Truth Social. But guys, what can you tell me? The moon. Yeah. People are realizing he's howling at the moon. definitely a hint of not too sane there. But is it put on or the Ace of Wands? There is energy building there. Build up of energy. I always feel like that's what. And the Ten of Swords, they're starting to feel, oh my God, he's betrayed us. So yes, yeah, they are. They're starting to feel that we betrayed ourselves by following a madman. They would still rather blame Trump than blame themselves. And the fact is, Trump, yes, he said all the stuff and this, that, and the other, but Trump is not responsible for an individual's reception of him. Yeah, he had a lot of sway and all this, but, it's not like the whole population of his supporters was on Percocet for the 10 years that he, for the time he's been around and just followed him. No, it's easy to blame Trump for what his supporters done. They're individuals. They've got free will. Trump is still responsible. Don't get me don't get me wrong. I'm not saying Trump isn't responsible for his actions. Of course he is. And he is, by way of not saying no, complicit in the actions of his supporters. But they have free will. They didn't have to decide to march on. They could have gone to the rally, yes, but they didn't have to then go and march on the Capitol. Or they don't have to go out and threaten politicians and ex-politicians and their families and things like that. That is their own decision to do that. But that doesn't mean Trump isn't complicit. Media's touch, eh? Yeah. I heard this. Yeah, I hear the odd crazy comment he puts out on troops from a different source and stuff. But yeah, he's complicit in that he at no time ever told them to stop. Even when he was telling them to go home from the Capitol, he was like, never told them, no, look, are you crazy? You're responsible for your own actions. You've got to stop and stop doing this. In that way, he is complicit, especially in driving their actions. But they are individuals with free will. And, so if they're feeling betrayed, it's their own fault. Okay, Putin. Let's have a look at. I didn't. Yeah, that's all right, Steve. Look, we all hear a captured story saying, "Oh, Trump said this on Truth Social," or Trump said that, and it's like, you don't have to go and be on it to hear some of the crazy stuff he did. So, Putin, guys, what can you tell me about Putin? 9 of Cups. He's very, very happy. He, of course, as with many with this 9 of Cups, it's like there's still so much hidden under the table, but who did he step on to get what he wanted? He feels like he's gotten what he's wanted up to a point. Just only a 9, so there's still more that he wants out of all of this. But he's pretty smug. It's like he's got more under the table. And this was one of my students, and I do a tarot course. It's 6, or you can break it down into 7 because the first lesson is quite long on the major arcana. And it's $10 a lesson, so $60 all up US. And I keep it modest because it's just a lot of work going into putting it together. So one of my students asked me once, what's under the tablecloth? And that is such a good thing of learning from others, because I'd never thought about what's under the tablecloth. So he's got stuff hidden. He's still got more in reserves. But he's very happy with what he's gotten so far, or smug. But of course, as with many people like Putin, it's never enough. What is his challenge? Oh, the hermit. Being driven into isolation. So that things are coming to a head for Putin by the looks of it. To avoid this, this is a major arcana. So the challenge is for him to try and avoid this outcome. Isolation. Haunted. Surrounded but isolated. I saw the horse here and it's like guards. The horse is a guard, a guardian, not an angel, but the advice for him. This is the conflict card, of course. The 5 of Wands. The advice for him is think about this conflict. 5s are not a good number. Know what I mean? I'm just going to bring something up for a minute because I want to check something. Oh, such a blessing having the 2 screens in. Yeah, negative. So yeah, the negative. The advice is, be careful what you wish for in creating this conflict and upsetting the status quo. And start looking towards finding a new balance. Because this conflict, this never-ending circular conflict that he's wanted for so long and finally got, is not going to work out for him. What's at the base of this reading? There's a build-up of energy. And it is not building up for in his favor. Just whack. This is a new start. Aces also signify a new start. Back to the beginning. Stream of consciousness here. And his little fort, his little citadel. It's like it's sitting there exposed on the mountaintop. So this is at the base of him. He's very, very exposed, much more than you'd think. What is the outcome for Putin? The 9 of Wands. He hasn't quite made it yet. Yet another 9. This is interesting. He's got the same 2 9s. No, he hasn't got the same 2 9s, sorry. But he hasn't quite made it yet. He's still got to be very vigilant. He's still got to look over his shoulder. And he's embattled too. The 9 of Wands shows an embattled warrior. Not that I would call him a warrior, but he's very embattled. This person looks like they don't have a lot of energy left, like they're on their last legs. So, what is the outcomes with regard to the world? He is coming up to a shift in his place in the world. Where he is now, that is going to change. Shifting his place in the world, the start of a new phase for him. And it's not necessarily a favourable phase. So this is the second major arcana he's got. Wow. The Fool, here it is, the new journey. A new journey, but he's not necessarily I don't feel that he has any control over where this is going to go. Like, this is a very good representation of the Fool here, because trusting faith that they're going to be able to keep balancing on this edge of something that's about to topple. There's some big changes coming ahead for Putin. And the Five of Cups, yep, regret, loss. Hasn't even got one cup still standing in this. Very lonely, looking over this drying riverbed. Four cups, all of the cups have toppled. There's nothing left for him. So yeah, things aren't looking that bright for Putin. The major arcanas indicate, time. Tarot is crap for time, okay? So, but these are the things he has coming up for him over the next 6-12 months, possibly even over the next 2 years. But he is, going to be struggling in major ways. Mm-hmm. So Putin's looking at very much isolation. I've always seen him at the end, after he's been, and he is going to be dethroned, whatever you call it, basically in a small compound by himself, guards around, but they won't be talking to him and all that. Very little contact with anyone, basically in isolation, in his own little gulag, basically. So let's have a look at Trump health, or what's going on for Trump and his health and stuff. Hi, Aline. And if I haven't said hello to you today, it's just because I haven't seen your name, okay? And of course, hello to all my lovely lurkers. It's so wonderful that you do come and join it, and watch. And of course, hello to everybody who chooses to watch my videos at a later date. It is appreciated. Give us a thumbs up. And yes. I was going yesterday morning to do a not quite Friday the 13th on Friday morning, but I didn't get home till 1:30 in the morning from the plane, and we sat and relaxed for a little bit and watched a show, and that was 3:00 when I got to bed, and I didn't wake up till 10:30. Actually, it was 11:15 or something like that yesterday morning, so I didn't get to do the not quite Friday the 13th, but that's okay. We can do it another time. We'll try for this month. We'll try for August. Trump. Guys, what can you tell me about Trump? Two of Cups. Wow. I'm getting commitment. But what sort of commitment, I'm not sure. I might have to put a clarifier on that. But I'll see first what the other cards say. Relationships, falling, healing. What's his challenge? Whoa! His challenge is the devil. He'd like this one. His challenge is breaking away from all of his mistakes and all of his bad deeds. His challenge is avoiding them, avoiding being accountable for them as much as he tries. What is the advice for Mr. Trump? Be ready. This is judgment is coming at you. Be ready. Wake up and smell the roses, buddy. Wake up and smell the rotting roses, more like. I like this. It's like she's dropping things at people from a great height. So be prepared for things to fall on you from a great height. What's at the base of this for Trump? The Knight of Wands, investigators, the protectors. They're not stopping. And things in the investigation are about to even get faster. And louder. I love this goose. Geese are very protective. A lot of people will have a flock of geese because they're just as good as any guard dog, you know. Gerardo Rivera vows to stop ex-friend Trump from becoming president. Well, that's great, Gerardo. Why don't you get your listeners to listen to why he shouldn't be? Hi, Bonnie Russell. If he starts going off on Trump to his listeners, I think, yeah, it's just, anyway. Outcomes. Let's have a look. First one. What are we looking at for Trump? Oh, this is really interesting because this is the third major arcana. Very, very, very major collapse for this man. This is all things not just collapse of his empire, not just collapse of his political ambitions, but also the true social thing. As I read on the true social things, a lot of his followers are starting to feel betrayed, and a lot of them are being hit with the lightning bolt because the Tower can also be about revelations and broken beliefs, shattered beliefs. So, yeah, what else is coming there for him? What is the form? This, oh, he's in for anxiety. This is really interesting. He got the same two top here for my three cards down the side here as Tucker Carlson did, in the same order. All of this anxiety and all of your wishes for fame and fortune and all that in the short card. Well, you know, be careful what you wish for, because he is going to be notorious, but not for what he wanted to be. Last card, the Knight of Cups. Yeah, here he is, the false knight. He's going to be showing up for what he is. Well, he has been a lot, but this is how he is going to go down in history as the false knight that promised much, didn't deliver, and didn't deliver in the worst way, in that he didn't care. The ultimate con man who cons lonely women, or con woman who cons lonely men out of their money, their pride, their hope, everything. He's going to be showing up for what he was, for what he is, the ultimate con man, and that is how he's going to go down in history. So, yeah, major, he's not going to be able to avoid all of those things he wants to avoid. What was it? The shadow card for Trump on the bottom of this deck? I just saw it. Lost, regret, absolutely nothing left in any tankard. This is a great deck. I'm going to use it a few times this morning, so I'm going to give it a rest, put it aside, and bring up my traditional Rider Wack, and we're going to do a reading on Rand Paul. Guides, lead me. Rand Paul, here he is. He is beginning to realize that he's not in as secure a position as he'd like to think. So he's hanging tight, and but I think he's starting to feel insecure. Look, he won the last election, but he's beginning to feel insecure in where he is. Like he's squirreling things away. What is his challenge? Deals. Making deals with making the wrong sorts of deals. Oh, that's what it was. Making a deal with the devil. Yeah, okay. With Trump's reading. What is the advice? So his challenge is making the wrong sort of deals. Advice is Queen of Cups. It's like, come clean. Just come clean. Spill the lid off it. You'll be better off doing that. But he's not going to. He's wanting to keep the lid on things. In the end, he's not the big fish he wanted to be. Queen of Pentacles is at the base of this. Money, luxury, resources. That's at the base of this reading for Rand Paul. His love of money, his love of luxury, his love of power. Outcomes here. Page of Swords. Be very, very careful. He did not check his paperwork. He's going to be tripped up by one of his own people as well. He didn't secure everything. Didn't check, double check, and triple check everything. He should have got some advice. Okay, the outcomes for him. Well, we've got Temperance, which is You know, I don't see this man ending up in court or anything, but I do feel like he's going to have to um, tamp down. I do feel he's got the angel there with him. He's going to have to tamp things down and even out his rhetoric. Will he win when he comes up for re-election? Wow, lots of communication happening here. It's going to be a much more even contest when he comes up for re-election, and there's lots of things happening at once. So I think it's, when is he up for re-election? I have to have a look. Does anyone know when Rand Paul is up for re-election? Yeah, he's not going to be. Oh, he has got the Ace of Swords, so he's going to have to. Yeah, I get again. He's going to have to come clean. I'm going to have a look at my phone. I don't see him going to jail or something, but I do see him possibly not being able to run again. Yeah, okay. 2011, 2016. When is he up for re-election? Won a third term in 2022. Right. Okay. I think this might be his last term. Will he see the term through? Let's have a look. Yes or no? Oh, there's some major things coming out, hidden things coming out. So this is a maybe. He might not see this term through, but at this stage, it's not clear. It's not clear whether he will or won't. So there's a chance he may not. But if he does, will he win a fourth term? Oh, he's going to be stopped. This is things grinding to a complete halt. Even if he does finish his term out, he won't win a fourth term. So, yeah, very interesting. Yeah. He might not see this term out. If he does, he's not going to win another term. But I don't think he's going to end up indicted or anything like that. But there is some stuff that's going to come out that's going to, yeah, I think his preference will be to slip quietly away. Now, Aileen Cannon. Let's have a look. I'm just going to swap my glasses over. computer glasses so that Judge Aileen Cannon. Let's have a look. Thanks, Eleanor. Wow. She is increasingly in a more and more defensive position, backed up into a corner. She thinks she can see everything, but she doesn't have the high ground. She actually does think she does. But she does think she does think she does. She just does. Sweetheart, leave that with Mummy. Daddy's pills. I've got to order them for him later. Okay. Yeah, so she's definitely on the defensive here. Do you want some nummies? Would you like some nummies? Yeah. Very pretty girl. Can I come down here? There we go. No? Not where you wanted them to be put? What bad luck? You want some nummies? Go down and get them. Go on. Of course I give in, always. So she's in a very defensive position. What is the challenge for Aileen Cannon? Well, avoiding exposure. This is like energy. You see the exposed castle. This is the energy. This flow of consciousness, this flow, this stream that's always within her domain, since she was so easy on Trump before, and avoiding the truth, avoiding what is building up for her future. The advice for her is, get ready for some anxious times. Get ready for some anxious times, because see the fight underneath the bed there? That is carved on the bed. This is, you made your bed, now you've got to lie in it, basically. And get ready for some anxious times. At the base of this is her. She thinks she's got this in the bag and she'll be able to get away with doing whatever she does. Will she declare a mistrial? No, she's got some strategy in mind, but is it going to play out in her favor? She definitely does have some strategy in mind. Things are going to be a real struggle for her. It's not going to play out in her favor. That's definitely a no card there. Investigation is ramping up. And she thinks she's going to get away with things. She thinks she's going to get away with things. So she's celebrating too soon. She's celebrating too soon. I'm going to get a clarifier here. What is that Seven of Swords about? There again, the Seven of Swords again. She really, really is trying to get away with something. Will she succeed? Three of Pentacles. Dirty money. Is Aileen Cannon going to be removed from the bench? Oh, yes. That is a big yes. You see the Empress is crying into her soup. She had a choice for a wonderful career with so many opportunities in front of her, and she's blown it completely. And it's interesting, there is no cushion on this throne of hers. It's going to be a very, very interesting time for Aileen Cannon. She's definitely going to try a few things. Hi, Joji. The elephant. Oh, my. Yeah. I picked that up in India. We've got a little elephant collection that I think I might put up around there as well. Yeah. Oh, these cards are not of the same deck. Oh, no, they weren't fitting well. Okay. Yeah. What's going on here? Okay. A bit chilly. Do MAGA have long-term goals of annexing Mexico or invading? Wow. I think they'd love to see it happen, but MAGA is not a force in itself. What is the future of MAGA? What is the future of MAGA? In 3 cards. Dicey. Very much up in the air. Apathy. People are just going to get very tired. Just going to, yeah, just couldn't care less anymore. We've got the strength card here, which is interesting. I don't have reversals in this deck, but there is really, this is a major arcana. So there's going to be a major shift for them. But will it be good or bad? One more card, a clarifier on that. Clarifier on the, because the first 2 cards was very much up in the air with the 2 of Pentacles, and then apathy, people just not caring. And then we've got the strength card coming out. But what is that all about? Because I said, what's the future of MAGA? Is it because people can't be bothered, think it's just going to go away, that'll gain strength, or what? 2 of Cups, deals. Seven of Wands. Okay, look, I think if people are too apathetic, they could just continue to keep growing in the background. But it's going to take commitment from people and people to stand up for their beliefs. But so it's very, very interesting mix of cards here. I think they're not going to go away quietly. Really interesting that that's in the cards. This really strong card come in. So I think that it could be major lessons. It's an 8 card. There's still a few movers and shakers associated with them. That could lead to it being temporarily strengthened for a while. But I do think in the end it is the deals and the commitments just not going to be there. But it's going to be a pain in the butt for a while yet. I don't think it's going to go quietly, but I do think it's going to go, but it's going to take a while. They're not just going to suddenly disappear as quickly as they sprung up. It's going to take a while because I think there's a stronger base than you'd think. But yeah. Yeah, but I think it's going to take quite a while for it to fizzle out, unfortunately. There's still going to be a real pain in the ass for probably another few years yet. Because there are some people within there that are really motivated and will keep people going for a while longer than it normally would. You have a hard time believing Tim Scott will get Republican votes because of the racism. Factor. For the president, hasn't he? Tim Scott, how is his run going to go? What we got on the bottom here? Look what was on the bottom, abandonment. But this could be him abandoning the current position and aiming for greater achievement. But let's have a look. We'll see what the cards say. He is not mature enough. He's not. He doesn't inspire. Remember, the fish here is inspiration. He doesn't have the maturity and the emotional steadiness to inspire. What are his challenges? He celebrates too soon. He thinks he has it in the bag, and then so he crows too soon. The advice for him, be prepared. Be prepared for this to end, because end it will. This is his run for presidency. The base of this, he refuses to cut through the crap and tell the truth. This, because he won't tell the truth's going to come out anyway, because he's in for a time of anxiety. But this can also be about self-fulfilling prophecy. Okay, this is certainly, he'd better watch his campaign money. Where's it coming from? Who is it coming from? Yeah, he's very insecure. It's not very secure campaign funds. I think there's going to be some real issues coming out with his campaign money. King of Cups. He has to steady his ship. He has to steady his ship. He has to go from the page to the king. But in this case, the king directs things. So this is taking responsibility. I do think, I don't think he's going to end up in a real scandal with his campaign funds. Going to rock the boat, certainly. Yeah, no. He's going to be dealing with the fallout from campaign funds longer than he's dealing with his run for president, if that makes sense, because it will come to an end. Anyone I got time for one more question? Your notifications don't work at all. Go in and unsubscribe and resubscribe and press the notifications when you resubscribe. That might fix it. I think YouTube tend to maybe their algorithm stuffs up now and again, and yeah. How about a collective? I can do a collective. Just going to check something very, very quickly, my darlings. So yeah, I'm still stuck around at 1,900 subscribers. So when I reach 2,000, I'm going to give away two half-hour readings. So if you can get me up to around 2,000 and over, that'd be great. So okay, let me see. Collective reading. Okay. Collective reading for everybody. I'm going to grab my little angel therapy cards here and do this. Okay. So what we need to know. What do we need to know using my little angel therapy cards here by Doreen Virtue? What do we need to know? Earth Angel, that we are light workers. We are here to teach about love. We should know this. We aren't brought here to destroy society and our planet. We are brought here to love and to teach love and to be loved And that's just not loving each other or the community as a whole, but also loving the place on which we live, this planet on which we live. What we need to do, we have to listen to our intuitive feelings. And it says, your body is receiving accurate messages from the divine. Listen to what your body is telling you, listen to what your instinct is telling you, and your intuition is telling you. And it can be anything from what the best course for me to take today to how do I next go about stepping up my light work, or taking how do I go about taking a bigger step in helping others in whatever way, whether it's through charity work, whether it's through volunteer work, whether it's through business. Listen to your intuition and your body. And if we do these things, what is the outcome? And we all have free will. We don't have to do these things, but we all have free will. Books. So this is listen to your intuitive feeling. And then we have books, which was interesting. Your life purpose involves writing, reading, editing, or selling spiritually based books. Well, this is, if we do everything from a place of spirit, whether it's writing a spiritually based book, or just writing a novel, or just writing a self-help book, if we do it all from a place of spirit and a place of our heart, then this is our purpose. And whether these books are physical books, digital books, just books of the imagination, we all write our own life. And yeah, we all write our own life. And by laying things out, we can write our own story. So there you go, collective reading. Hi, Denise Trudeau. How are you? So I'm so glad you popped in to see. All my members, I will be doing a members only live tomorrow morning. I start them at 8:30. They go for about half an hour to 45 minutes. 8:30 my time, which is 8:30 p.m. Eastern time in the US. And yeah, so if you remember, you can listen in, come in and join in on that. So I think that's usually about 5 p.m. Pacific time. Hi, Jay Soto. Hello. It's nice to see you. Yeah. I love seeing a new name, and I love seeing old ones coming back, which is really nice. So listen, my darlings, I am oopsie daisy. I am going to sign off now. Next week I'll be back to the 9:30 start. I started a little bit later this morning. Just, still just finding a balance back from flying over east and stuff, and such a late night. Like it was 3:00 Friday morning before we got to bed. So because I flew into Perth just after midnight our time. And yeah, so it didn't take 3 hours to drive home. It took about 45 minutes, an hour. But I just wanted to unwind a little bit and watch a show. So yeah. Anyway, thank you all for joining me. And as always, I love you very much. Stay healthy, stay strong, stay happy, stay loving, and as always, stay laughing. I will see my members tomorrow morning, 8:30. And yeah, and I will be back next Saturday as usual. And I might try and fit in a little bit of a live. It would be early morning lives in the US, like late afternoon lives for me. So, okay, love you all, and I will talk to you again soon. Bye bye.